based on these things. And we don't think so much about moving from environment to environment. This is like a kind of system 2 thing or something like. So the tendency is to enter something like Facebook newsfeed and say, oh, what can I do here? And you scroll for a while and you see something and you interact with it or whatever. There's a sense in which this is like why we talk about online spaces as spaces. And so the question we ask as we make choices usually is, okay, out of the options I see in front of me, which is kind of, how do I see how I can make progress with my goals, plans, values, and how can I can I execute some of my policies and so on. You ask questions like that, and often, so you end up with a tiny subset of your goals and plans are sort of applicable in each space. And you kind of just like exhaust the space, and then you think, okay, well, I need to go somewhere else to follow my goals, plans, and so on and so forth. And this requires a kind of a much bigger piece of friction. So what you are getting signal when people click around and interact with things on newsfeed, but you're getting a signal about a tiny little sliver of their goals, plans, and so on and so forth. You're not really sampling who they are, how they want to live, what their biggest goals are, and so on. You're not getting very good information about that. And if you amplify the tiny bit you get, you're in a similar problem to the goals cycle that we were talking about before, where the sliver is so biased by the environment that you're going to think that people just want to present themselves a certain way or click on relatives' photos, or you're going to tend to think that people's desires are basically just like what you get by amplifying this tiny little sliver of who they are. But you can get out of these problems very easily just by asking people how they want to live. Just by asking people what they want to practice socially, what they want to, a value they lived up to today and a value they didn't, and so on. And if you can start from there, then you're dealing with the whole enchilada. You're actually getting good signal about the person, and you can also start to figure out how to really help them live and interact in the way that they want. Also, this goals thing is less true with something like Google search. It's still true, but you're getting much more of a direct sample of what people came with, what they want outside of the environment because Google search is still its own biased environment, but much less biased.